40, 38. That is cold, you guys. Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. You guys, this video, we're going to take a look at this 3200 watt inverter generator by MaxPeedingRods. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we're going to unbox this and take a look at what's inside it. But before we do that, I do want to say I'm sorry to the company that sent this to me because it has taken me a long time to make the video. And they've been messaging me a lot lately saying, hey, can we get the video? You know, can you do an unboxing, this and stuff? And I completely understand that they want it done. But when they sent it to me originally, the girl that sent it to me before, I guess she's no longer with the company or something. And we messaged back and forth when she told me she wanted to send this to me because she saw my Ryobi video. I told her, I said, look, I just bought a business. I said, I have no idea how long, if or when it'll be that I can make a video on this. And she said, no big deal, no hurry. Whenever you get a chance, just make a video on it. No big deal. So I was like, okay, it's kind of stress-free. That's cool. But I understand their frustration that they want to get this video out. I just haven't had time because of the business. Now, good news is, basically I had like 3 jobs over the last year. And sometimes 4, depends if I had a video detail or not on the weekend. I have now left my mechanics job. I'm now doing the business full time, which is so cool. It's so awesome, you guys. A lot of stress off my shoulders. Being a mechanic, there's a lot of stress. Not only that, but on your body physically. My hands feel better because my knuckles used to hurt all the time. My feet and my legs feel better if I'm not standing on concrete all day long. It's been really, really nice. So now I actually have a little bit of free time to do something like this, and they have been messaging me. I normally like to try to plan a video, but I didn't have a chance to plan this video. I'm just gonna go with the flow, you guys, so we're just gonna see what we can do. Now, they did ask me when they sent it to me originally that if I could compare it a little bit to the Ryobi, so we're gonna do that. The cool thing is I do have a decibel meter now, which I didn't have on the Ryobi video because people said, that's so loud. How can you stand that? How do you say it's so quiet? I'm telling you, you could stand over the top of that and have a conversation with somebody without raising your voice. It's the microphone that's enhancing it. It's not the generator. So the decibel meter is going to show you guys that in this video. But we're going to take a look at this one. This video is about this one. But like I said, we'll compare it a little bit to that. But that's what took me so long to make this video. So I do want to apologize to the company. It's been absolutely crazy around here. This generator, you guys, is a 3200 peak watts, 2800 basically running watts, I believe, because it just says rated watts. It has a 145cc overhead valve engine, which is cool. It has a 1 gallon capacity, basically 1.06, basically 1 gallon capacity fuel, and then 0.12 as far as oil is concerned. There's supposed to be oil in here, so I'll show you guys all that in the video. We'll fill it up, we'll put gas in it, we'll let it run for a little bit to break in, and then we'll start doing some tests on it. I don't know what I can do with it, but the cool thing, this one does have a 30 amp camper plug on the front of it, which is awesome because our camper is a 30 amp. So we'll hook it up to the camper once it's done raining because it's raining right now. But right now, let's get this down the floor. Let's unbox it. Let's see what comes with it and go from there. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead. Let's unbox this. I have opened it because I did want to read the manual before using it. I want to see if there's any break-in time, which it does not state. But it does come with a user's manual. It's actually very, very detailed. I do like that part about it. Tells you exactly how to start it, what to do if you use extension cords, and they take no responsibility if you use extension cords. Tells you what the front end is, because they do have a 2300 watt or the 3200 watt. So this is the one we're doing. It has the camper plug on it right here, which is awesome, you guys. And it has 110 also right there. The other one just has 110, that's it. So you get your manual. This is going to be your fill funnel. This will be your spark plug tool and a flathead screwdriver. Probably take the side cover off. Oh yeah, I forgot. This one, you guys, comes with a parallel, so you can parallel 2 of these generators together. So I can actually parallel this one to my Ryobi and hopefully make more power if I need more power, you guys. So that's pretty cool. That's the inverter or the parallel kit. This is the nice styrofoam, actually, not the crappy stuff. My floor is wet, so I'm laying everything on my cart. So here is the generator, obviously. Oh, hang on, there were plastics wrapped around it. Let's go ahead and pull it out of here. Now it's supposed to come with oil, and I don't see any in the box unless it's inside the generator, because as you guys see, the box is empty. Okay, so there's a cover right here that says the spark plug. So obviously the spark plug is in this cover right here. On the side, this is where you're going to add your oil. Right there, there's where the oil is going to go in. This side here is your air cleaner for your air cleaner maintenance. You need to put a new air filter on or take it out and clean it every now and then. Nothing right there. Here's the front of it. There's your camper plug, 30 amp. There's your 110s. I do like that this has a light right here that tells you when it's ready to be used once you have it running. Low oil indicator, overload indicator, you got your run, your choke. You got your eco mode. And what that's going to do, that's going to put at the lowest RPMs it needs to run whatever you're running so you don't waste a bunch of fuel. This is your parallel kit. They give you 2 USBs. They are 2.1 amps a piece. And then your AC reset in case you trip the breaker that's inside of here. These are the breakers right here also. Actually, these are the breaker resets, I'm sorry. This is your AC reset. And then this side is going to be your pull cord. Looks like it comes straight out the side, not up. I'm not sure how I like that because I really like ones you can just pull straight up. On the back side, you're gonna get your exhaust port. And then underneath you have just 4 rubber feet. I'm hoping I can show you guys that. You just basically have 4 rubber feet on the back side of it. Now what we do need to do, we need to add oil, but it says it came with oil and I don't see any oil. There's definitely nothing in the box. Let me take the screwdriver out. I just want to take this out so I can open this spark plug cover. I think you're supposed to be able to pull, there we go. So there's where the spark plug is, right down, and right there's the wire, you can see it. So you can service it without taking the plastic off, which is cool. And it does have a little cord on it so you can't lose it. So now all we got to do is put some oil in it and put some gas in it. We're going to weigh it. I do have a scale. We're going to weigh it compared to the Ryobi also, see which is which. One thing I'm noticing about this, no wheels to roll it on, so you got to carry it. If I had to guess, 50 or 60 pounds, right around there. So you just got to remember that also when you're doing it. The fuel tank, that's nice, has a chain on it. There is a filter and a level inside. That's what the red is right there. That's your level. Know when you're about full. There is a filter, which is nice. My Ryobi one does not have a filter. You just pour the gas straight in. I want to take this cover off so we can actually look at the engine. I believe it's just these 2 screws. Could be wrong here, but we'll find out. See any other screws. So I think that this would just come right out. There we go. Okay, just want to take a look at it. Just want to see down the carburetor. This is going to be your fuel drain for the carburetor right here. Just make sure you got it pointed straight out. When you do decide to drain it, you just take that screw and loosen it up. Drain the carburetor out if you plan on storing it, unless you put stabilizer in it. Right here is going to be the oil fill, air filter. This is your valve cover right here. And I also wanted to see if I took the cover off and maybe they had oil in here, but I don't see any oil. I do see an inline fuel filter, I believe is what that red thing is right there. Let's see. I mean, it looks pretty decent right off the bat. You know, obviously we haven't had it running yet. We don't know, but let's go ahead and put oil in it, and then I'll put the cover back on. That'll make it a lot easier. All right, guys, so since it did not come with oil, I'm going to use what I normally would use in anything that I have small engine-wise, it's AMSOIL. That's all I use is AMSOIL on all my vehicles, my mowers, everything. This should have a dipstick on the end of the plug, which it does. Actually, it looks like there's just a little bit of oil in it. right there at the top of those crosshatch. Right around there is where we want the oil to be. Now this little funnel is actually pretty cool that it comes with, because the Ryobi just came with a piece of paper funnel, which is a piece of crap. This thing is actually threaded on the end, and it has an O-ring on it, so it should, in reality, cool idea, but it's really not. I mean, it'll work, but probably end up making a mess. And then when it catches it, it's just going to catch it in the bottom if it does make a mess, you guys. So I would not fill this too fast. And the way that you change the oil is the exact opposite. Take the dipstick out and just tip it over. Downside is, I guess if you leave this on, you may be able to get it all out without spilling it all over everything. All right, you guys, so we're right where we need to be. So I basically used 1/4 of a quart of oil, maybe just a little bit more than that, and it is full. All right, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and put fuel in it. I use premium only in my small engine stuff because it is ethanol free where I get it to co-op down the street. Ethanol is really hard on your small engines, especially when it sits in there for a while. It can gum up your carburetor and everything else. So I always use ethanol free. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's worth it in the long run. We're going to fill this all the way up. Okay, we are completely full. Now let's weigh it. All right, so I filled the tank up on that one, and the tank is full on the Ryobi. I actually spilled it out of it. You guys can see it's right there at the top. Yep. So they're both full. Let's go ahead and see what they weigh. 52.6 pounds for the MaxPeedingRods. Oh, this one's definitely heavier, I think. 58.6. But the difference there is this one has wheels on it. And you can pull this out and you can roll it to your destination. This one, with a full tank and full of oil, you're almost 53 pounds and you're carrying it, no wheels. So that's the only downside I see to that. As far as side by side, the Ryobi's bigger, which doesn't mean anything. You guys can see height-wise. And then move this back. So they're identical on the front. Ryobi's just a little bit longer, but not by much. As far as width, they're about the same. Here's your fronts compared to each other. This one does have a digital readout and a digital fuel gauge, but no camper plug. This one has the camper plug, which is awesome. That's what I really dig about that one. So let's start up the MaxPeedingRods. Let's let the engine break in. All right, you guys, so I have my lapel microphone off so you guys can actually hear this. It has been raining, I'll show you guys, for a while now. Everything is absolutely soaked. The camper, that's why it's raining, because I got the camper out to clean it up. We're going camping. But it's raining, got puddles everywhere. So I got it right at the edge of the garage because it's still raining. But let's see. We're going to turn the eco mode off because we want it to break in at full speed. It's off right now. Going to put this to choke. And that should be all that we need to do. Also, by the way, this tells you how to start it right here. Once the green light turns on, turn the choke off, it says. Yeah, turned it a little bit too soon. Light is on. It was on red overload for a second, so then I turned it off choke, and that made it turn the green light on. It's not terribly loud. It might be just a little bit louder than but the best way to show us that. This is the back side of it. The muffler's there. It's awesome. And this is inside the garage. We're going to let this run at full speed for at least 15 minutes to break this little engine in, so we'll put you back up and do that. So So I'm still running it to break it in at full speed, but it is backfiring. You guys can hear that. It is running smooth, nice and smooth, but it is popping. Let it keep breaking in. All right, you guys, so it's been running for about 15 minutes, maybe just a little bit longer. So we're gonna put in eco mode, see how quiet it is. Not too bad. We're gonna let it sit there for a minute, and then we're gonna turn it off. I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 hours to cool down to complete the break-in process. Okay, we're gonna shut it off. Okay. All right, you guys, so this thing's been sitting for about 3 hours now. It is cold to the touch. What I've got here, got the decibel meter on here on a tripod. It is trying to be exactly 10 feet. You guys can't see that. It's right there, 10-foot mark. And I've got it right at the back of the muffler, or the exhaust, I'm sorry. Okay, and we're gonna do it that way with both generators. Let's see what ambient noise is without any talking or anything. Okay, you're about 42, 43 decibels. I'm talking normal. I'm not yelling or anything like that. Just regular talking is about 70 decibels, 71, right around there, you guys. Kind of give you an idea. So let's go ahead and let's start the generator. Turn the eco mode off because we had eco mode on it when we shut it off earlier. Okay. That started up pretty nice for sitting for the last 3 hours. Basically one hole. Okay. We'll say about 74 decibels with the exhaust pointing towards us. You lose about 2 decibels with the exhaust pointing away from you. .65 decibels. Okay, idle is off, so it's at the highest it'll be. I would say it's about 1.5 decibels quieter. Putting it away. Okay, let's go straight to low idle. Which is like the eco mode on the other one. All right, you guys, so I got my microphone back on. Hopefully it's not too loud. So people asked on the last video if you could use a polisher. And I never even thought about doing that in the last video. We're gonna try it. This is a Garage Bosch G21, the original. It's 900 watts, 7.5 amps. Let's see what happens. No problem at all there. Let's put on the eco mode and see if it'll even work. So what that'll do, it'll rev it up just where much power as you need it so you can save fuel. Bad at all. Okay, let's see if you can run 2 polishers. So we're gonna have about 1900 watts here. I'm gonna do one first, then we'll do the other one second. First one, second one. Both work. Both of them worked. No problem at all, and it's even on the eco mode, so that's awesome. Let's hook up a vacuum to it and see what happens.
All right, so this is my heart machine, which I use for extracting. Now, it does not say, it just says 120 volt, 9 amp. It does not tell you the wattage on this, so we'll see if it'll run this motor. I may need the hose on it, I'm not sure. We'll find out. Oh, hang on. It's remote controlled, I forgot. Let's find out. Here's the remote control. It does run it. Tons of power. No problem at all running a little vacuum, shop vacuum slash wetback. All right, you guys, so let's try this. Let's say you're a two-person operation. Somebody's running the wet dry vac. Can you run the wet dry vac at a mobile location and run a polisher while somebody's doing the inside? Can you do the outside? Okay, let's turn this one on first. Okay, let's turn the polisher on. It'll probably overload it. Oh, wow. See, it's spinning. That's at speed 6. That's at its highest speed. That's still running. Okay, that's actually pretty impressive. So you can have two things going at one time if you're on a job site. Let me let that go down. If you're at a job site detailing a car and you want to have somebody inside and somebody outside, you can run a shop vac and a polisher on this little generator. Now that is quite surprising to me and actually pretty cool. All right, you guys, so this is one thing I like about the Ryobi one. On my phone, I can see that it's full of fuel. It's got a fuel gauge. It's got 17 hours remaining, and it's pulling 6 watts right now. Now we're gonna try to do the exact same thing that we just did to that. We're gonna use the polisher and the vacuum, and we're gonna see, one, we'll see how many watts it is and see if it even takes it, because it's only 2,300 starting watts, 1,800 running. I'm sure it's gonna overload this, but let's find out. Okay, let's turn the vacuum on. That puts us at 1,436 watts. That puts us at 1,820, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, you guys, one more test before we put it on the camper. We're gonna try to use it on my Adams pressure washer. Now this does not tell you the wattage, but it is a 13 amp. I'm sure the wattage is probably pretty high, but let's see what it does. Start it back up. Okay, it's on low idle right now. As you can see, this is the power cord going to the pressure washer. It's going to the front of the generator. Just do it like that. We're gonna let it run here for just a second and get warm, because I have done other things while that's been off, so I just want to let it be somewhat warm. One thing I forgot to mention, you guys, there are USB ports on the front of it, which is nice. 2 USB ports. I think I forgot to mention that. I don't know. If I did, now you guys know. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, now will it run it? I doubt it, because that should have turned on. Okay. Let's put it full blast. No problem. Let's just hold it on here for a minute. I don't want to get a bunch of water on the generator though. Off. Now let's put it back to idle. So it's in the back of your trailer. You're at a mobile spot. That way it's quiet. You don't have to go and turn on and off, on and off. Here we go. You're getting ready to rinse the car. It may take a second to kick it on. Okay? But then when you let off, you're not having tons of noise out in the parking lot, the person's house, wherever you're at. It goes to a nice quiet idle. Do this when you need to rinse or foam can or whatever. Turn it off and it goes back down. So Pressure washer, at least the Adams pressure washer 2.0, works just fine. All right, you guys, so last test. The camper is plugged in. You can see, and it goes all the way over, around. It goes underneath, right there, and plugs right there in the side. Let's see if we have power first, I guess. Yep, the blue light is on. If you guys can see that or not. Yeah, there you go. Blue light is on. We do have power to the camper. So let's see here. I had the heater running in here so it would get warm enough that the compressor will turn on. Let's see what happens. It'd be nice if we could just use one. Okay, it just went way up. You guys can hear that or not? Probably not, since I got my lapel microphone on. Oh, that's putting out some cold air. That has to be on. Trying to hit it. Good spot. 53. We're gonna let it sit here for a minute, but I can tell you the temperature's coming down. It's down to 50 already. That is ice cold. Yes, so it works off just one generator. And that's fantastic. And this, this is on, as you can see. So the refrigerator's running, the freezer's running. Let's see if it'll work. See if I turn the lights on. Lights do work. Didn't make it go up any. All I care about in the summertime though is if we lose power, we need the generator. I just need to run the air conditioner so we can sleep comfortably. And my gosh, that is cold. We're getting down to about 40 now. There you go. 40, 38. That is cold, you guys. I'm right on the coil, that's why it's so cold. That's not the air that's putting out, but you can see it's showing 40 degrees. Hoping the GoPro picks that up. It's showing 40 degrees on the thermometer. So the air condition works. And let's just try to overload it, because this probably will do it. Let's go 1 minute. Oh, it's working. It's still putting out cold air. It kind of stopped there for a second. Oh, it's overload right now. The red light is flashing. I don't want to show you because I want to shut it off. I don't want to hurt it. I'm gonna shut that off. Oop. Open, close. Where's the clear button on this? I don't ever use this thing. Reset. There we go. But yeah, you guys, it's down below 40 degrees on here, just barely. So it will run the air conditioner, at least on this newer. This is a 2022 Bullet Crossfire. I don't remember what the BTUs is on this, but it runs it no problem. So to be honest with you guys, it's been a long day testing this, trying to figure out the test that I wanted to do with it, and getting stuff out, putting stuff up. But it was fun. It was fun seeing what this thing will do, and it took everything that I threw at it, including the air conditioner on our camper, which makes me extremely happy about that. I like the fact that I know my air conditioner and refrigerator will work on this. If we're camping and we lose power, we'll be cool at nighttime because we always go camping, obviously when it's warm out, not during the winter. We don't, at least. And the refrigerator keep our food cold. That is so cool that I did that, you guys. Now, I did make myself just a little list of things because they asked me when they sent this to me to compare it to the Ryobi. So this video was all about unboxing, first impressions, first use, and then kind of compare it to the Ryobi. I can't tell you long term how long this is going to last. It seems like it's a pretty stout little engine that's in it, but I can't tell you, yes, it lasted a month, it lasted a year, it lasted 5 years. Obviously, I can't do that, but that's not what this video was about. So first things on here as far as the cons. No Bluetooth. Can't talk to it with my phone. Now, is that a deal breaker? I'm gonna say that quite a bit here. Is that a deal breaker? No, but it's nice. It's a great feature that the Honda has, that you can look at your fuel from your phone inside. If it's raining or if it's cold, whatever, you can see your fuel, you can see the watts, and you can also see how much time is left in the tank, basically, the estimated time. And also you can shut it off from your phone. If you're inside, you're like, okay, we'd shut it down for the night, bam, hold the button down, it shuts off, and you're good to go. You cannot start it from it. But that is something that I wish that they would do on this. And you don't even have to have like this front screen. If you just have a way to talk to it with Bluetooth, that'd be awesome. And the front screen, no digital front screen, so I can actually see when I walk out, I look at it, I say, okay, I got plenty of fuel. I don't have to get on my phone. That's the screen on the front is a very nice thing to have. Once again, not a deal breaker. No carbon monoxide
Sensor, is that a deal breaker? No, not at all to me. Be smart when you use something like this. Don't run it indoors with the door shut. I mean, obviously it's going to kill you. But if you put it 20 feet away from your, point the exhaust away from you, it's outside, you should be perfectly fine. The carbon monoxide is a good option to have, but if you're just smart, you should be fine. You don't need it. Now this one is not really a deal breaker, but kind of, in my opinion. No wheels, no way to pull it like a suitcase like the Ryobi does. That's the downside to it. So it's, I think it's 52 or 53 pounds. I don't remember, that was early this morning that I did that. That's a lot to lug around if you have to go any distance at all with it. It'd be nice to have the wheels like the Ryobi has. Now you guys, to the parts of this that I absolutely like, and I'm gonna just go over it really quick. So I do like the 3 LEDs in the front to let you know. You can look quickly and you know, okay, green, we're good. Flashing red, okay, we're overloading, or if it's solid, you overloaded it. And then you're gonna have a red LED to let you know that your oil level is low. So obviously you don't ever wanna see that, but if you do, shut it off immediately, put some oil in it. I do like that. I like the fact that it has a 30 amp camper plug on the front. I call it a camper plug, but a 30 amp plug for our camper, which has allowed us to run our AC, which was great. It had plenty of juice for that. 2 110s, so you can run, like I showed you in the video, 2 different things on 110. It worked fantastic, running a polisher and the vacuum. Worked great using the pressure washer. Everything I threw at it, it worked at just fine. It has the idle off, just a regular old switch to make idle low when you don't need, and then it'll bump back up. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then it has 2 USB outlets right here, and then you have your AC reset in case something happens, and you have 2 circuit breakers right here where if they reset, you can reset them in case you completely overload it and fry something. You have the resets there. As far as everything else, the pull string I thought was going to be weird at first because it comes this way. It's not. You can pull it straight up. It pulls straight up just fine. I like the fact that it's very, very easy to service with 2 access doors, which is great. Instead of having to pull the whole panel off, it's easy to do. And then you have another access door for your spark plug. You don't have to take all this apart. Seems like it's well made. I can tell you once again, it is heavy. But it seems like it's well made. And now, obviously, once again, I have not used it for a long period of time. I don't know. You guys, it is made in China, because I know people are going to ask that. It is what it is. This is what the company sent me. Obviously, I would always like something that's made in America better. But this seems like a really nice machine. The Ryobi's also made in China, and it's a nice little machine. So it is what it is, you guys, when it comes to that. I do like to normally support American jobs. And then at the very back, I don't know if I showed it on video, I'm pretty sure I did. You have your vent, and you have your exhaust, your spark arrestor is gonna be back here. You need to clean up periodically. Just take that clamp off, pull the spark arrestor out, clean it off, put it back in, and you'll be good to go. So all in all, you guys, I would say this is about an 8 out of 10. If they fix the other issues, get a screen, make it Bluetooth, something like that, make it easy to operate like that, put some wheels on it, you got a 10 out of 10 right here, because this thing worked flawlessly. I was so happy when it turned the AC on. I've said that a couple times now. So happy when it turned the AC on, because that just means that I can rely on this when I go on camping trips. Take 5-gallon gas container with me. I'll be good to go for a long time, because it doesn't use a whole lot of fuel. Most inverter generators don't use a ton of fuel. They're pretty fuel efficient when it comes to stuff like that, you guys. So I want to say thank you to MaxPeedingRods for sending this to me. I really do appreciate that. Once again, sorry it took me so long to make a video. Sorry this ending was so long, you guys, but I had a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and checking it out. I hope the video was helpful for you. If it was, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, join the Fat family. We'd love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.